Good Friday afternoon. It's football time in Hardin County. It's pink out here at Jim Carroll Stadium. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and a group of students are out on the field at midfield with balloons that they'll release here in just a few minutes. The Tigers have been off last week, and they come in this week trying to start the second half after losing 3 in a row to end the first half of the season. This is a big game as Chester County is in town for a big district matchup for both teams. You're listening to the Tiger Central Bank pregame show. We'll be back with a look at tonight's game right after this. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson. And this is a Central Bank Tiger pregame show as the pink balloons have been let go and they're lifting high in the air as it's a pink out tonight here at Jim Carroll Stadium in the jungle. As we told you earlier, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So celebration of life and a celebration of those that are in memory of as the balloons head high into the sky. The Tigers in the first half of the season, 1-4, their only win at Giles County, losers of their last 3. And the last time they played was right here at a homecoming night, a 42-7 loss to a really good Northside team. So, Kurt, Kendall, get a week off, got to lick some wounds and some pride and get back to basics and come out and face another really good district opponent in Chester County.
Yeah, I think that all season they've shown spurts and things that they can do. It's just I don't know that they have the personnel to get in bad situations. You can kind of see them deflate a little bit when something bad happens. It's like, oh, here it comes again, and a lot of that just comes from experience, which this team has as little as we can remember in a while. So, I mean, the guys are learning on the fly. But those times that they've been able to put those sustained drives and use a lot of clock, it's in them. We've seen it. But they got to play really perfect football, stay out of penalty situations, stay out of turnovers, negative plays where you lose yardage, because they have such a hard time trying to make that up. And so if that 2 weeks they able to work on some of those things, they should be more competitive.
Kendall, it's like a team that we've watched. We've seen it in college before. We've seen it at the high school level, where when you got a lack of depth at certain positions, offensively or defensively, more so defensively, and you play good first halves, and they have all year long. They've been in every ball game that I can remember at halftime. It's just the second half has been a killer.
Yeah, and you talk about depth too, and I do think it's been an issue throughout the year this year, but I think it's our lack of rhythm, in the second half and finding our identity in the second half, offensively, defensively, and kind of getting things flowing like it does when we kind of go into halftime. So hopefully over the past couple of weeks we've been able to recoup. I know we've had a couple of injuries, and hopefully we're healed up and ready to go tonight.
Yeah, Kurt, play coach, you go into a bye week, you've been struggling. As coaches, do you go in there and reassess what you're doing, what your coaching staff's doing, along with the players? Do you just go back and just try to go back to fundamentals and say, we got to do these things well if we're going to be successful?
Well, I think if you know what your problem is and it's solvable, I think, you address that and you fix it. Sometimes it's deeper than that. I mean, sometimes, like depth, sometimes you just don't have a lot of depth. And the only way to overcome not having a lot of depth is both sides of the ball have to complement each other and help out. The offense they can't go 3 and out 5 series in a row, and your defense is on the field the whole night. Defense is going to wear out. And vice versa. Your defense needs to get off the field and let your offense have it. So, I mean, there's all kind of things like that in the off. I don't think what they're doing is bad. I mean, we talked to Coach Seaton, and he said we really had a good feel for Northside. And as coaches, we knew what they were going to run. We could even holler out the plays, which direction they're going to run, or if it's going to be a pass. And sometimes you guys just got to make plays, and if you're tired and you're inexperienced, sometimes you just can't make the play, and that's a fact. So, reassess. Maybe you can look in a 2-week span. Maybe you have 2 players that are very similar, and one's a good practice player, so he gets to start. And then you've got another guy that's about as good as he is, but you don't really get to see him maybe because of an injury. He's on the field, and all of a sudden he's a gamer. So you might be able to find those guys, that maybe fit a position or be able to play that. Some of the things you can do in an off week.
Well, this Chester County team that's coming in here tonight, they're 3-3, 2-0 on the season. Kendall, they've got a really good tailback that's been pretty successful this season. The common opponent has been South Gibson. They defeated South Gibson 29-18. And then also Southside. Southside will be here in a couple of weeks. But when you're looking at a team in a big district matchup and trying to get back on your feet and get into the second half, because, I'm sure Coach Seaton has preached all week long or the last 2 weeks, we're still in the playoff run.
Yeah, and I think I ended the last broadcast that we had by talking about leadership from a player perspective, and that's just the reality of it. And I'm sure Coach Seaton spread that news to them, saying, look, the season's, you can't write it off already. I mean, there's still work to be done. And just based off of watching film this week on Chester County, I do think if we come out of early in this ball game and get ahead, that we've got a good shot of winning it. But that was the same way against Northside. I thought for the longest period of time that we had them on their heels there at the beginning, and then we go into halftime knotted up, and then unfortunately we kind of come out kind of cold in the second half. So hopefully tonight we can get back in the saddle and turn this thing around.
Hey, Kendall, one thing I wanted to ask you, because you keep up with stats more than I do. Who's leading tackler on defense? Do you know?
I don't know exactly who it is, but it would have to be, I would say our safety has got to be up there.
Right.
Yeah.
And coming up here, I was thinking about that. There is no really good defense out there that team safety is leading the team in tackling.
No.
Ideally, you want those big guys up front, to –
You don't want the safety leading you in tackles.
No. I mean, if the safety's leading you in tackles, that means the guy's already 8 to 10 yards downfield,
right? And
he's having to come up, and that's what he is. He's the safety. He's the one that's supposed to make the play. And and a lot of these runs, if he misses out in the open field, they go for 60 yards. So, as far as the defense, you need to be able to get those front 4 big guys to kind of stymie the line of scrimmage, But if they can't get their guys tied up at the line of scrimmage, they get to block our linebackers.
That's right.
And if they block our linebackers, which is the second wave of defense. If they don't get out there and make the play, now it's back on your safety again. So any given play, you have probably 6 guys on your side of the field on defense to help make a play, and you want those 6 guys to make a play before you do the safety in the backfield. So defensively, they've got a lot of things. I think the offense can go if they just stay out of negative situations.
This is the Central Bank Tiger pregame show. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more about tonight's game when we return from Jim Carroll Stadium right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson. And Kendall, one thing I wanted to ask, talking about the offense, they made a change at quarterback 2 weeks ago. They went with the sophomore, Aiden Coleman. When you get him for a couple of weeks now where you don't have a game 1 week, you get some work in with his receivers, some timing and things of that nature. He throws a good football. But do you kind of dummy down the playbook a little bit, make it a little bit more simpler, run less plays, things that are quick hitters, more efficient type passing in the passing game?
Well, I think, based off the past couple weeks of film, I think what we're trying to get down is the short and intermediate passing game. Obviously, when we get the chances to kind of throw a deep ball, I think we're going to take it. I know one thing that I've seen during that film is, trying to get him more involved in the run game. He's got really good legs. He can run. But I think a lot of that is recognition when we're doing the kind of those read option plays with Saunders in the backfield, trying to tell him when that defensive end crashes that, hey, you've got the green light to pull it and gain yardage with your legs. I think that's where it's going to pay a lot of dividends for him. I think he's a young guy with not a lot of experience, and so I think recognition and being comfortable, especially early, you get things going, it builds up confidence, and that's going to kind of lead us when it comes to the offensive side of the football tonight.
Well, we've got some wrinkles that got a text or an email today from Coach Seaton. They're going to – Tayson Johnson is going to be wearing number 25 tonight. And Macklin's going to be wearing number 15, so they've got something planned for him offensively. I know Tayshawn, that is, with wearing that little number. So I'm sure there's a lot of wrinkles that we'll see tonight. They've had 2 weeks to prepare.
Yeah, and I think based off what I've seen, we're trying different things to try to get us some success when it comes to hitting big plays and moving the football down the field.
All right, let's take a timeout. They're fixing to play the national anthem. The Pride is in the north end zone. We'll be back with more Welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. As we want to welcome Christian Kirk on the camera tonight in place of Brett. He's on assignment. So if the video's screwed up, you know who to call. It's Christian's fault. I just want to make that clear before everybody gets on me on the camera deal.
Yeah, he's going to leave the mic on now. So.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No. Hey, remember your Sports Saturday starts in the morning at 8 a.m. with Coach to Coach with Doug Matthews and Dave McGinnis. They'll get you ready for SEC football, take a deep dive into Tennessee and Arkansas, and then we'll follow them with Coach Seaton for his sports talk. We'll talk about tonight's game, what's ahead for the Tigers coming up next week, and also take a look at SEC football in Tennessee as well. And then Tennessee coming up, Vol Network takes over at 4:30, kickoff time 6:30 from Fayetteville, Arkansas, right here on 93.5 FM. Halfway through the season in the district, let's take a look at the standings. Chester County and Northside are on top at 2-0. South Gibson and Lexington both 1-1, and Hardin County and Southside are 0-2. We have Southside and Lexington left on the schedule to play as far as the district goes. So a big night tonight. I mean, this is an important game for the Tigers, not only for district, but for their psyche as well moving forward, because it doesn't get any easier. We'll head over to Haywood next week, and then the week after that we'll be at Crockett County.
They just need something good to happen. I mean, like I said, kind of that. If your history is you're playing bad in the second half, and you've done that 3 or 4 games, and you come out, and the first time something happens, you go, oh, here we are in the second half again, you know, and they need some positive things to happen, like you said, to improve their psyche. They need to be able to believe that they can score points and play their position.
You know, Kendall, I was thinking about what y'all were talking about earlier, and, you know, what we've struggled with defensively the most, I think, is the run game for the other teams. This is going to be another tough test tonight as far as run. I don't know how they throw the ball. I don't know if you've seen some film on them as far as their passing game, but typically, they like to run the football.
Yeah, they've got another good running back, one of the Barham boys. I feel like every season that we play Chester County, they have a Barham boy that, you know, he can play, and that's who they've got at tailback this year, and he's a very good runner. He's real thick, and he's a powerful runner. He's not going to just blow you away with speed, but when it comes to the passing game, they're not real streaky. They try to spread the field out. They do the spread offense, and they try to hit the short and intermediate passing plays. They got some really good slot wide receivers who have speed, and so that's going to place a little bit of a strain on the outside linebackers tonight, but hopefully we can put some pressure on the quarterback and kind of, you know, alter that passing game that they like to go forward with. Hope we can throw a little bit of a wrinkle in that.
Kirk, I think we need to get our run game going. Jacob has been good at times, and he's been the old Jacob, but he's found some tough sledding too against especially North Side and East the last couple of games that we played. But, I mean, he'll have a breakout, maybe a play or two, but, you know, he's subject to go to the house at any time. He's just as good as your passing game, but it's been kind of tough the last few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, he's same old guy. I mean, he can do it. He's got the wheels. Him and Micah, did I say that right? Wide receiver, White.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. They, him and White both have the ability to take it to the house, and you could tell that they've tried to work ways to get them the football in space so they could use their speed. But bottom line is, if you're playing teams that are faster than you, I mean, you have 11, they have 11. 8 of their 11 is faster than your 11. I mean, it's that puts a strain, and that's when you have to play perfect technique and fundamentals, and it's hard to do.
Well, the Tigers are gathering in the tunnel in the north end zone. The Pride has formed the T. They're ready to come out. It's pink out night here tonight at Jim Carroll Stadium. Other games going on around the area in our district. JCM will be at Northside. Bolivar at Southside, Manassas, and Lexington has been canceled. South Gibson at Dyer County. And then across the river, Milan will be at Adamsville. And here comes the Tigers through the tee, and we're just a few minutes away from football time here in Hardin County. So some final thoughts as the Tigers come out on the field. We're waiting on Chester County. Chester County at the top. Tigers trying to get a win here in the district.
We desperately need, like Kurt just said, we desperately need something positive to happen, and we need it to happen early. That way it builds our confidence and hopefully gets us rolling in the right direction.
I know one thing's been positive. We didn't know about our new kicker, Arusha. And, man, he's turned out to be solid as a rock. And so if you get Arusha in there to where he's close to the goal, he can do it.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you a minute about, too, because Kendall was watching their punter and kicker. Our kicking game has been really good. Our punter, Carter Pig, and Aketsa, Arusha. He's been really good. But, Kendall, you were watching their guy, too. He looked outstanding.
Yeah, he's got a leg. He's a weapon. He's kind of like the old Lexington teams we used to talk about, that, you know, a guy like that can change the game when it comes to putting points on the board. So it's kind of just something to monitor as the game goes on, because he's got some distance and he's a great punter, so he can flip the field position.
All right, we'll take a timeout as the captains are meeting at the Eye of the Tiger. You've been listening to the Central Bank pregame show. We'll be back with the opening kickoff right here on your home for Hardin County Sports and Tiger Football 93.5 FM. Welcome to Jim Carroll Stadium. It's a pink out, a beautiful Friday night, a big district matchup as Hardin County hosts the Chester County Eagles. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson bringing you Hardin County football on this Friday night. One of our last 2 home games remaining in this season. Kicking off for the Eagles as they won the toss and deferred to the second half is junior Lincoln Phillips. Back deep is White and Saunders for Hardin County standing at their own 5. And watching this kid in warm-ups, he's got a big leg.
It's funny, those little bitty guys that can kick it like that. It's like they're.
He's got a bazooka on his leg.
So they're waiting as Chester County in white pants, white shirts, blue numerals, and white helmets. Tigers in all maroon. And Phillips approaches the football, high end-over-end kick, and kicks it through the end zone. So the Tigers will start first down, 1st and 10 at their own 20.
I mean, his number on his uniform is about as big as and wide as he is. And we've got a lot of power in that leg.
So the Tigers will send out Aiden Coleman. He'll get his second start of the season, the sophomore. He'll send Ruddle to his left, 2 receivers to the near side. They're going from north to south. Saunders, a tailback. He'll get it right up the middle, and he's going to be driven back as there was nothing there. Loss, well, they're going to give him the line of scrimmage, no gain. So now they'll go 2 receivers. Now they'll go trips to the right. Ruddle, the lone receiver, to the left. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Quick throw out to White. Gets a block and can't get away from the tackler from the backside as he goes across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. They'll spot it at the 28, so that'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and a long 2 from the 28.
White made that happen on his own. It kind of missed the block, and they got a handful of jersey, but he just took them 8 yards.
Coleman trying the hard count, trying to draw him off sides, nothing doing. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Saunders. He's going to be hitting the backfield. He's going to get to the 30-yard line. If they give him that, that'll be enough for the first down. It will be a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers. The fall forward got him the extra yard.
No replay.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers from the 31, their own 31. Just getting started here, 10:43 to go here in the first quarter. Now they'll go doubles, left and right. Saunders to the right of Coleman. 4-man front for the Eagles. Here's Saunders again, and he's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage, but gets about a yard. Looked like the defensive end on this side is crashing down, got him from behind.
Well, he's having to delay because trying to find a hole to run through, and
it's just taking too long.
Takes too long to get through it, and backside being able to make a play on it.
Well, they got 4, 5, 6, 7 in the box. Here's a snap, looking to throw. Right in the hands of Smith. Tried to run with it before he caught it, and he drops it incomplete at the 35. So they'll.
Yeah, that was going to be a 5 or 6 yard pickup. Put him in a better 3rd down. He just kind of got his head around early.
So on the incompletion, it'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Coleman back, hits Saunders, and he drops the football. I don't think he would have had any yardage, but 2 drops, 2 really good passes by Coleman. They got to help him out, but there's a flag in the backfield, so we'll see what that is. Holding on the Tigers. They'll decline it. The Eagles will. And Hardin County will have to punt it away. So not a good first series. They get a first down out of it, and then 2 drop passes, and we'll have to punt it away.
Well, I mean, the first thing you look at is how the line of scrimmage goes in that first series, and we weren't making up much ground with our offensive line in the beginning.
Back deep is Williams. Here's a snap. Here comes some rush. Pig gets it away. It's an end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 35. Still on his feet. There's a block in the back. Here comes flags from everywhere. And he'll be knocked down around the 40-yard line, but that one will be coming back some.
That is not the place on the field you want to block in the back.
Right in the middle?
Well, you're all alone, and I mean, it's just you and the referee back there, and when you do it, it's just you can't get away with it.
There's an injured Tiger out on the field. Trying to see what number it is.
That's Elif.
Yeah, number 7. That's our starting safety. So he gets hurt on the punt as he's limping off. And they'll move it back to the 31, where Chester County will have it first down, 1st and 10, at their own 31-yard line to start their drive here in the first. No score, 9:38 to go here in the first quarter. They'll come out with Ethan Burtz, a junior quarterback, along with the running back, Peyton Barham, the senior. He'll go in motion left. They'll flip it out to him, complete, has it at the 30, breaks a tackle there across the 35, down to about the 39. He got hit initially where he made the catch, slipped through the tackle, and picked up about 8 yards. Well, they'll give him 7 to the 38.
That's kind of what we were talking about. I mean, one-on-one right there. It's a one-on-one battle, and you either win it or lose it. We lost that battle.
Second down, 2nd and 3. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right and left. Burtz is going to keep it, but a flag comes out, and it's going to be offsides on us. We lined up offside, so that'll give them the first down.
That it will. That's some of the mistakes, we were talking about before kickoff. You just
got to get out of our own way.
Yeah. I mean, it's just suicidal sometimes when you keep hurting yourself.
First down, 1st and 10, the Eagles from the 43. 2 receivers right and left. Ball on the tailback to Burt's right. Here's a snap. This time he'll keep it. The quarterback will. Burtz, he'll be hit.
That's well played.
And knocked down, maybe picked up a yard on the carry to the 45. They'll give him a couple. Hunter Adams on the stop for the Tigers. That'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, well played. I mean, he had a lead blocker on him. He just kind of threw the lead blocker out of the way and made the tackle.
2nd down, 2nd and 7. Burtz will send 2 receivers here to the near side. They're going from the south to the north end zone. We're on the west side of the field. Here's a snap. Straight drop, looking, fires over the middle of the field. It's going to be intercepted at the 35-yard line. The ball was high. It was tipped, and it was intercepted by the Tigers as Ellis Smith, that came in for Elif, got the interception, and the Tigers get the first turnover.
Yeah, good job, Oski.
So the Tigers will have it after the turnover. First down, 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Now we're running somebody on late. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They'll pitch it to Saunders, looking for a block. Turns it back into the flow and picks up about a yard. That was Lewis on the tackle for the Eagles. Pickup of about 1. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 9.
They have some big guys on the offensive line.
We got players, they're trying to get lined up. Nobody can get lined up now. They finally do. 2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the near side. 3-man front now for the Eagles. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking, fires, complete to White. That's going to be enough for a first down. He fights close to the 49. Boy, a good throw right in his gut.
Good route.
And then Lamarion picked up another yard or two, and that'll be enough for a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10.
Yeah, he just ran a stop, come back, and, man, the ball was delivered on time, hit him in the chest, and then he drug him for another yard. Good job.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 from the Tigers' 49-yard line now. 6:50 to go, no score here in the first. 3 receivers left, one here to the near side. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders, left side. He's going to be hit, just nowhere to go. They're just whipping us up front right now. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage. We're going to get him outside or something because this they're beating us with 3 guys up front right at the moment. They're running a 3-man front. Coleman sends White and Ruddle to his left. Here's a snap. He's going to keep it, and he's going to be hit, falls into Eagle territory around the 49, but that's going to bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and about 8, maybe 9. So they'll scrimmage this play on the Eagles side of the 50 here on the near hash. Now they'll go trips left. One receiver here to the near side. Shotgun formation. 4-man front now for the Eagles. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Under pressure. He pulls it down looking for some help, and then he's going to be sacked back at the 45 as they came in on a blitz, and he didn't have a chance. Aiden did.
Yeah, the offensive line having trouble with their defense. They're not being able to keep them out of the gaps.
So the Tigers will have to punt it away after the interception. Got 1 first down, that was it, once they got it out by the 50. So Pig will come in. He stands at his own 30. Here's a snap. It's a good one. And he'll get this one away. A spiraling kick that will hit at the 19, take a sideways bounce, and the Tigers will down it there. Let's take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back in 30 seconds. First down, 1st and 10, Chester County after the punt. They have it at their own 19. Here's a snap. They give it to Barham. This time he's going to be swallowed up in the backfield. Maybe got the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, a little payback that time. Defensive front that time just crushed them.
So they give Barham the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 10. As we're getting close to 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Now they'll send a receiver way out here to the near side. 2 receivers to the right. They're on the right hash, going from south to the north. They'll give it to Barham. Has running room at the 20, 25. Still on his feet at the 30. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20. They're not going to get him. He's going to take it all the way to the house. I mean, he went to the right and just cut it back to the left, and nobody at home. And this is what we've seen all year long.
Yeah,
I mean, just chunk plays in the run game for teams.
Yeah, we came up and tried to set the edge, but we didn't really set the edge. We just kind of ran it up out of the way and took herself out of the play. And then, like I said, their offensive line, some big old boys to block.
Phillips in the kick. It's up, and it's good. The Eagles draw first blood on the big run by Barham with 3:43 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 score. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. So the Eagles strike first with 3:43 to go here in the first quarter. They lead it 7-0 on the run by Peyton Barham. And that's kind of the way this season has gone so far. It ain't been long pass plays. It's been long runs. Phillips will kick it off. He booms it, and they'll watch it sail into the end zone. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 20.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's got a sound to it when he kicks it, too.
Yeah,
We can hear it up here.
Yeah, you can hear the thump.
So the Tigers will try to get something going here in their third series. The first two, they've had to punt it away. They've got the only turnover so far.
Well, and going back to what we said before, that's 2 series that our offense has been on the field and gotten 1 first down. And so your defense is having to stay and play.
Shotgun formation, Saunders the tailback. Here's a snap. They'll give it to him, trying to get him up middle. Now he'll bounce it outside, stays on his feet as he gets to about the 23. They'll give him the 24, pick up a 4 on the run. That was all Jacob right there. Just bounced it out, had a little bit of running room, and picked up 4 yards out to the 24. So 2nd down, 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Pink out night tonight here at Jim Carroll Stadium. We'll be on the road the next couple of weeks, and then back here as Southside will be in town for senior night, and then we'll go on the road one more time as we're halfway through the season, this 2024 season. Here's Saunders. He's going to be hitting the backfield and knocked down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they walked their 2 safeties up too. They were in on the play. They actually had 9 guys in the box. So I mean, that wasn't going to go regardless.
They're going to make us beat them.
Yeah.
Somehow, other than what we've been doing. I mean, it's obvious.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 6. The ball at the 24. Hardin County's 24, 2:19 to go here in the first. 7-0 our score. Eagles on top. 4-man front for the Eagles. Quick drop, fires, complete to White, and he falls down at the 35, and that'll be enough for a Hardin County back. 1st and 10 Tigers. Boy, that's a long and dangerous pass, but he threw it right in the right spot. Coleman did, and a good catch by White.
Yeah, good play. I mean, it was
Hardest throw to make.
Yeah, you're right. And the other thing, too, is those last 2 plays, they're walking the safeties up with, they're going empty at the safety position. And you'd think White, just on a basic post route, they wouldn't be able to cover him. I mean, he's that kind of receiver.
Now they'll go 2 receivers here to the near side. Saunders, the tailback. Now he'll go to the right. Quick flip out there to him, and he's going to be hitting in the backfield, and they read that all the way.
I'll see, as a safety.
Yep.
Safety had walked up all the way like a linebacker, and nobody was going to be able to block him out there.
Edgeston on the tackle.
They're going to have to throw it over the top of him. I mean, that's if they stay in this kind of defense.
So they get him back at the 31. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 14. Coleman looking over toward the sideline as he'll send 2 receivers to the right. One here, or they got a receiver tight to the left. Here's a snap. Coleman up the middle, has a little bit of running room. Then he's going to be knocked down. They quickly close on him. at the 33-yard line, pickup of a couple, and that'll bring up third down, third and about 12.
That's what I'm saying. Their defensive front's tying up our offensive line, and their linebackers are just running free to the ball. I mean, all they're having to do is find football and go get it, and there's nobody there to slow them up.
Well, that time Aiden looked like he walked up really close to the line of scrimmage. Did you notice that, along with Saunders? Now they'll send Saunders in motion right. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes a jailbreak. Aiden's going to have to just tuck it and go, trying to get to the edge, and he's going to be hammered out of bounds after a pickup of a couple of yards. And that'll bring up fourth down, and the Tigers.
They got in there so fast I thought it was a screenplay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. O-line's having their hat given to them so far.
And the clock runs down to 0. That's the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, Chester County 7, Hardin County nothing. We'll be back for the second quarter. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. To the second quarter, 7-0 our score. Chester County on top. Tigers will have to punt it away. Back deep for Chester County is Welch. Pig standing on his own 22. Here's a snap. It's low. He's looking, and now he'll punt it away. A high spiraling kick. It's going to hit out of bounds. Let's see where he marks it. He's going to mark it at the 32.
That's a generous
where it
spot.
hit out of bounds.
Yeah, well, we did good there. I think we picked up about 4 yards.
Yeah, we sure did. I wish I could have got some of those spots.
So they'll flip the field as Chester County now will be going from the north to the south here in the second quarter. 7-0 our score. The only score is a big run by Barham, their tailback. We've got a turnover on an interception. Couldn't do anything with it, but
offense has been thrashed so far. I mean, they're going to have to find some way to. I mean, you can't even throw the ball as soon as you catch it. You're having to run from a defender.
It starts up front.
Yep. So Burks in the shotgun formation, man in motion. They'll give it to him, trying the left side. Has some running room, breaks free at the 40, going down the sideline at the 50, in Tiger territory at the 45, and drug down from behind by Smith.
I mean, the bottom line is when they get to the edge guy is not putting up a lot of resistance. I mean, he's coming upfield and wanting to turn him inside. But when he goes inside, our linebackers are on the ground. I mean, they're just demolishing the second wave, and I don't know where the safety is. He's going to have to show up.
Well, he's the one who made the tackle, though. Welch was the ball carrier for Chester County. He was the one in motion on the jet sweep. Now they'll send two receivers to the left, one here to the near side. Four-man front for the Tigers. Man comes in motion near side. They'll fake it to him, give it to Barham as they try some misdirection. Barham trying to go in behind the man in motion that time. Tigers were waiting on him, and he picked up about a yard, maybe
defense
two.
Well played on that time. I mean, defense got up there, made him absolutely cut it back into the middle of the field, and we had help there.
So second down, 2nd and 8, gain of 2 on the play. Eagles on top, 7-0, 11-11 to go here in the second quarter. They're scrimmaging from the far hash as they'll send two receivers left, one way out here to the near side. Here comes a man in motion. They'll give it to him again, and he's trying to get some running room in. White just levels him at about the 39. That's Edgiston on the carry.
That's the way you play it right there.
Yeah.
I mean, we came up on the outside and everybody was trailing. He had no inside move. He had to keep being pushed out, and then your corner come up and makes play.
So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 7. The ball at the Tigers' 41-yard line. Burt's in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side, Barham to his left, 4-man front for Hardin County. Here's a snap in the pocket, fires over the middle of the field, and it's going to fall incomplete. So he tried to get it to Colton Trice, and threw it over his head, and that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 7. Looks like they're going to keep their offense out on the field. They will. Burt still stands in the huddle. So it'll be 4th down, 4th and 7. Clock stops on the incomplete pass, 10:09 to go here in the half.
I don't know what he was trying to throw to. I mean, we had him blanketed front and back. There wasn't going to be hit unless he was just going to be able to be tall enough to catch a high ball, but bad decision on quarterbacks.
2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Barham to his right. Here's a snap. Fires over the middle of the field, and it's going to be broken up. Good play there by Smith. Ellis Smith comes up from his safety position and knocks it down. And the Eagles will have to turn it over. And the Tigers have good field position at their own 41. 1st down, 1st and 10. So a good defensive stance there.
Yeah, they did a lot of good things in that series.
We've got to get something going offensively right now.
Yeah, that's been their bugaboo so far. That offensive line's having trouble figuring it out.
So Coleman will bring them out. He'll send a receiver right, 2 here to the near side. That's Wyke and Ruddle. Saunders, the tailback to the right, 3-man front for the Eagles. And now here's a whistle, and the Tigers are going to be called for false start.
Illegal procedure against the Tigers.
It may be on the receiver on that side. It's 82. I don't have an 82 on my rosters for Hardin County.
He could have lined up in the neutral zone.
So now they'll go Wyke and Ruddle to the far side, and 2 receivers here to the near side. Shotgun formation. 4-man front now for the Eagles. Here's a snap up the middle. That's Brody. Ivy in at tailback now, as he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, made up for the penalty.
Yeah.
Plus some.
So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 8 from the 43. Same formation, 2 receivers right, 2 here to the near side. He's taking a long look over at the sideline. Now finally comes up and calls out the play. Ivy, the tailback, to the right of Coleman. Here's a snap. Quick throw out to Ruddle. Catches it, breaks back to the middle of the field, and he's going to get a yard maybe to the 44. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and about 7 yards to go. They've handled our quick throwing game pretty good.
Well, they're just going man coverage, and
yeah,
I mean, they're taking away the run, and they're trusting their DBs in the secondary to take our receivers out of the picture.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 7 from our own 44. Coleman in the shotgun formation. Trying a hard count. Stands up, looks back over to the sideline. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Ivy, right side, has some running room, just dives forward at the 50-yard line. He gets into Eagle territory.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that's going to be enough for Hardin County Bank 1st and 10. Tigers on the run by Ivy.
There you go. That's what they've been looking for, some of those 7, 8, 9-yard runs.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's a good power run there by Brody. So he just lowered his head as he got through the first wave, and the momentum got him into Eagle territory in the first down. 1st and 10 from the Eagles 47. 8:03 to go here in the half. Here's a snap. As Brody Coleman lets it go down the field, and it's going to be intercepted. As he tried to get White down the sideline, threw it to the middle of the field. It was in. They had good coverage, and not a good throw by Aiden. He's got to throw that ball to the outside, and that time he threw it to the play side of the field, and they intercepted.
Overthrow would have been better.
Yeah. He also was under pressure, too, as he released the ball. So we get a turnover. I mean, they turn it, or we turn it over, they get a turnover.
That's not bad, though, to take a shot like that when you're.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 at their 17. They'll give it to Barham, looking for some running room. He's going to be hit in the backfield and driven backwards. That's Heath Hardin on the tackle, the freshman. So he made him in the hole,
yeah,
drove him backwards. They'll give him a yard. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 9. Burks brings them to the line, sends a receiver left, 2 here to the near side.
Look like you're trying to get.
Stands to the right, 4-man front by the Tigers. Here's a snap, looking right, fires, and it's going to be complete. That'll be enough for a first down as he hits his receiver
close
on a slant at the 29.
Giving it to him. You're right. A little combo route.
So they get the first down on the pass and catch. It'll be first down, 1st and 10. From their own 29-yard line with 6:51 and counting to play here in the half. Chester County leads at 7-0. The only score was Barham's long run in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. Man comes in motion right. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Barham right up the middle. Has running room. Misses or breaks the tackle at the 40. Still on his feet at the 50. On his feet at the 40. And then he's going to be knocked down as he goes inside the Tigers' 30 down to the 29.
Good run. And
now Pig is coming out of the game. One of the Tigers' starters, defensive end.
Safety came up and tried to make a play. Just kind of did a limp leg on him, and he was off to the races. But you had guys hustling. They got down there and stopped it from being a touchdown.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 from the Tigers' 28. Now Stewart in the game at tailback for the Eagles. They'll give it to him right side, and this time he's going to be dropped. Picked up a couple, but that was Adams on the tackle for the Tigers. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and about 6. A pickup of 4 on the play to the 23. Tigers need to get a big defensive stop here. They trail 7-0 here late in the first half. 5:38 to go. Burks brings them to the line. Tailback to his right. Here's a snap. They'll give it to the tailback. Trying the left side. Has running room this time as he breaks the line of scrimmage and gets to about the 14. That'll be enough for a first down for the Eagles. It'll be first down, 1st and 10 from, they were spotted at the 13-yard line of the Tigers. That was Stewart on the carry for the Eagles. Now Barham back in the game, and Hardin County wants to take a timeout and talk about it. We'll take a timeout with them. 5:10 to go here in the first half. 7-0 our score, but the Eagles are driving. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. Burt's in the shotgun. Here comes a man in motion. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep, and he gets down to about the 7-yard line. That was Edgeston on the carry for the Eagles. It'll be second down, second, and about 4. Now Burts will send 2 receivers left, one here to the near side. They're scrimmaging from the right hash. They're going from the north to the south. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Baum right up the middle, looking for some running room. Breaks a tackle and then dives toward the goal line. But he's going to be about a yard short. Now they hurry up and line it back up. It'll be first and goal from the 1. They'll give it to Baum again. Dives into the end zone. Touchdown Eagles. They made that look real easy. So the Eagles, with 4:09 to go here in the first half, they lead it 13-0, awaiting the extra point by Phillips. Burton to hold, Phillips to kick. Here's the snap, it's down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 4:09 to go here in the half, 14-0 our score. Eagles on top. You're listening to Hardin County Football on 93.5 FM. Back after this. Back to Jim Carroll Stadium. It's pink out tonight. And right now, it's a blackout for the Tigers as they're blank on the scoreboard. 14-0 our score as Baum has gone in from, what was the first one, about
80,
and then the next one, 81, and then a 1-yard run there. Coming up at halftime will be our Central Bank halftime show and our Tiger report. That's coming up immediately at halftime. Well, not immediately, but what is it, immediately or soon thereafter?
Either or.
Phillips will line it up at the 40, and he'll kick it away, and we'll watch that one sail into the end zone. He's been pretty consistent, about 3 to 4 yards into the end zone. Tigers won't have a chance to run it back.
You know, that's a pretty big deal too, Steve.
Yeah.
You put that ball on the 20-yard line instead of the 30, and say he kicks off 4 times in a game, that's 40 yards you got to make up just because of his leg.
So the first down, 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 20, trailing 14-0 with 4:09 to go here in the half. Coleman in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side. Saunders the tailback. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders, trying the right side. Has a little bit of running room. Then he's going to be hammered at about the 21, 22-yard line. Had some space for a minute, then it was quickly closed up. But they're bringing the house up, within 5-6 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're empty in the middle of the field.
Just daring us to throw it.
If you could get somebody there.
Second down, 2nd and 9. They'll give us a yard on the carry. Man goes in motion. That's Saunders. He looked that way, still firing. Now he throws it down the sideline into triple coverage, and it's going to be intercepted, and then he dropped it. They had Corbin Smith over there, and he dropped the ball. And the Tigers get a break.
Looks like Ruddle's hurt too.
He's kind of limpy on that last series, I noticed.
Struggling to run.
Got that guarded walk.
It looks like his lower back or his left hip.
Third down, 3rd and 9. Ball at the 21. Here's a snap, straight drop, under pressure. Here's a screen to Saunders. Has it set up, and then it's quickly closed down by one guy. Pick up about 2 or 3 yards, and now we got a whistle over there. Did somebody call a timeout, or is there a flag?
They called a timeout.
So Chester County calls a timeout with 3:14 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers trail at 14-0. We'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Is that Saunders in or Pig to punt? I believe it's Saunders. Saunders in to punt. Pig was hurt earlier. Here's a line drive kick, and he turns it over at the 35.
That's good.
They'll take it there. Has running room at the 40. At the 45, still on his feet at the 50, dodging around, and it'll be hammered down at about the 49-yard line by Heath Hardin.
That's a good punt. I think he outkicked our ability to get down there and defend.
I want to thank Audrey May for blinging me and Robin out on our wrist.
Is blinging a word?
Yeah, it is. I guess if you're, 4 or 5 years old, blinging. But it is a pink out, and she decorated me and Robin at the tailgate party, and we still got it on.
Y'all look good with your little shiny objects.
Yeah. First down, 1st and 10 at the Tigers 49. That's the Eagles have it, leading 14-0. Here's a quick throw. It's complete. Breaks a couple of tackles in. He'll be knocked down
for
about a 2 or 3 yard loss. That was Ivy on the tackle.
Wasn't a very good throw. He threw it about 2 or 3 yards behind him. He had to go back upfield to catch the ball, and that gave us plenty of time to get some people there.
So it moves the ball back into Eagle territory at the 48-yard line. This time they'll go 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. Burt's in the shotgun formation, 4-man front. Barham in motion. They'll flip it out to him at the 40. Now he'll cut it back inside, still on his feet, and then knocked down as he gets into Tiger territory to about the 48. Pick up about 4. So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 9. As Lamarion White on the tackle. Remember to join us in the morning for Sports Talk at 9 a.m. Me, Kirk, and Kendall will have Coach Seaton in the house. We'll talk to him about tonight's game and what's ahead for the Tigers, as we'll be in Haywood County next week. Beautiful place to visit on a Friday night. 3rd down, 3rd and 9. The ball at the Tiger 48-yard line. Burt's looks over to the sideline, and now the Eagles want to take a timeout and talk about it. 1:22 to go here in the first half. Chester County on top, 14-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Yingling.
Back at Jim Carroll Stadium in the jungle as the Tigers and the Eagles hooked up here in a district matchup. Chester County on top 14-0. 2 runs by Baum, their tailback, is a difference in the game. Each team has a turnover. Stay tuned for the Central Bank halftime show and the Tiger Report with Caroline McGowan. She's back there anxiously awaiting to get the microphone in her hand. Here's a pass over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Now they're going to call a penalty as a flag comes out. Nobody touched anybody. They had him bracketed on both sides. He ran right through the 2 defenders. And Coach Seaton, he can't believe it.
He's just begging for a break.
Yeah, it was. And the throw, ain't nobody
could catch it either.
Nobody's going to catch it.
So that'll be enough for a first down. We can't catch a break. So that'll move the ball to the 33. Where it'll be first down, 1st and 10 with 1:15 and counting.
Had them where we wanted them. Made the play.
Tigers need to hold it right here as Chester County will get the ball to start the second half. Under a minute to go. Burt's in the shotgun. Here's a snap. He'll keep it this time. Right side has running room at the 25. Still on his feet at the 20. Breaking tackles at the 10, 5, and in the end zone.
Wow.
Broke 2 tackles, 2 arm tackles. He's not a very big guy either. And goes into the end zone.
We just missed him.
Yeah.
I mean, he just kind of.
And they have opened it up here with 46 seconds to go, 20-0, awaiting the extra point.
That's a bad give up there. Well, the penalty had them in 4th down. Gave them the first down.
Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 46 seconds to go here in the first half. 21-0 our score. Chester County on top. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this. Nothing to score as the pass interference got them in deeper in Tiger territory, and Burt's goes in, the quarterback, from 33 yards out. So 2 big running plays and then a drive where it ended up in the end zone, and I think we had a penalty in that aided that drive. And the Tigers find themselves in a hole, 21-0 here in the first, and the Eagles will get the ball to start the second half. So Phillips will set it down at the 40. My, how the roles have reversed in a year. All these teams are licking their chops to get back because it's been a while since Chester County has beaten us. It was a while before Northside, and this time it's a line drive kick. White will pick it up, and he'll return it back at the 10. He's at the 15, he's at the 20, and he's going to be knocked down at the 21 as Trice in on the tackle. So 40 seconds to go. The Tigers will have it. First down, 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line with a couple of timeouts to go. So what do you do here? Try to get a big hitter, get something going, or just run it out? We haven't gone down the field. I don't think we've gone down the field a couple of times on a 9 route and thrown in the double or triple coverage, but Kirk's, like you said, the middle of the field's been open all night long. This time they'll give it to Saunders. He has running room at the 30, on his feet at the 40, going down the sideline at the 50. He's at the 40, he's at the 30, he's at the 20, he's at the 10, 5. Touchdown, Jacob Saunders.
Yeah, they shouldn't have gone to sleep. They had that cakewalk there at the end. They didn't think they had to play these last 40 seconds, and Saunders knows what to do with it.
Yeah. Jacob gets a hole and takes it to the house. 79 yards for the Tigers. And just like that, the Tigers are back within a couple of scores.
Bam. Oh, that was fine, and he had to make it work, too. He had one guy that he wasn't a foot off the sideline, and the guy got a hand on his jersey, and he still broke loose from that. Good run by him. Good to see him.
We can't get enough out there. Tigers trying to run people on and off. This might take a minute.
Yeah, we forgot what it was like to kick an extra point.
Good way to end the half, because we're going to have to kick to them when we come out.
So Ketsa will come in. Ivy will hold. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 27 seconds to go. Our new score, Chester County 21. Hardin County 7. This is Hardin County football, 93.5 FM. Back after this.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 2 plays, and Jacob Saunders strikes from 79 yards out to cut Chester County's lead to 21-7.
Strike is right. I'm going to miss that. Man, he's had some big runs for the Tigers. And that time,
and I tell you what,
he saw some green grass, and he was gone.
Very few times have I seen him get caught. When he gets going, he is fast.
Ketsa will kick it off, and they'll go over there and tell him what he needs to do. I don't know if Hunter's fluent in Spanish or not, but we'll see. Here's a high end-over-end kick, and it's going to hit and go out of bounds, and they'll have it.
Directional kick.
Yeah.
No return.
I don't know why we're telling him. Just let him kick it. He's got a big leg.
No return.
If I was them, I'd make him kick again.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Eagles. Well, they may make him kick again.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, there you go.
So they will.
That's what I'd have done. They've got guys that can do it.
So they're going to make a Ketsa kick it again.
This may be a pooch. That may have been supposed to be a pooch, and he got too much of it. That was kind of the line that you want to pooch it on.
He's been itching.
So he'll line it down. At his 35 this time. They'll take the penalty. Chester County will. They'll move him back 5 yards. I don't know. I don't know what pooch is in Spanish. A Ketsa. This time he'll kick it away. A low line drive. It'll be taken at the 19. They got some running room at the 30, trying to break it back to the middle of the field at the 40-yard line. He'll be knocked down there. I'm like you, Kurt. I think if he had kept on going, he might have had something to the outside. He decided to cut it back. And he'll be knocked down at the 39 with 19 seconds to go.
Yeah, we'll see if our defense can stiffen their back up here for 19 seconds and don't give up a long play. Now, the other thing, too, if I was them, which your quarterback doesn't seem to be a real accurate thrower, if I was them, though, I'd try to get that ball to the 40-yard line because we saw him.
Yeah, he's got the leg.
Yeah, he's got the leg to kick it from, I'd say, 35.
So Burks will send 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking right, and he's going to be sacked. Tayshawn Johnson, along with the offensive lineman, he just pushed him completely back into Burks.
Attaboy.
And knocked him down, and the clock is going to wind down. That'll do it for the first half. So we play one half of football here at Jim Carroll Stadium on peak out night. 21-7 our score, Chester County on top. Stay tuned for the Central Bank halftime show. That's coming your way next, right after this timeout. Carroll Stadium. I'm Steve Cornell, along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson. It's pink out night here in the jungle, and the Chester County Eagle Band is setting up to play for this home crowd. Let's look at the scoring plays of the first half.
Yes, Steve, Chester County won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. Hardin County's first drive, we go 6 plays before having to punt. And then just 3 plays into Chester County's drive, Ellis Smith comes up with a big interception. But Hardin County's unable to get anything done as we go 5 plays and punt the ball right back to Chester County. 2 plays later, Chester County strikes from 81 yards out, and that puts them up 7-0. On the ensuing drive, Hardin County goes 6 plays before punting the ball back to Chester County. And then 5 plays later, Chester County turns it over on downs. But Hardin County gives the ball right back to Chester County via interception. And then Chester County strikes once again. They go 8 plays, and Barham rushes it in from 1 yard out to give Chester County the 14-0 lead. And then after another 3-and-out punt by Hardin County, Chester County strikes once again. 4 plays, 35-yard touchdown rush by the quarterback Burks, and that puts Chester County up 21-0. And then a little bit of electricity there to close out the second quarter. As 2 plays into Hardin County's drive, Jacob Saunders takes it 79 yards to the house, and that cuts Chester County's lead to 21-7, and that is currently where we stand here at halftime.
Kirk, you win games in the trenches, and that's where we've struggled so far. In the first half.
The offensive line has been pushed around quite a bit in this game. kind of hard because you need to be able to run the football, and eventually they just started bringing, packing everybody up for the run, and it was some hard going. I really do think that they did kind of – it'd been easy for them on the last 2 scores and just 40 seconds left, and we hadn't done much on offense. I think they may have just taken a deep breath, and Saunders, I mean, he split 2 guys, and it was off to the races. And that was good to see because, you let them know that it's still a ball game. And then they got a good defensive stop there at the end to keep them from being able to get their good kicker in the field goal range. So 2 positive things there at the end of half, and that's the way you want to do it. And then get on that defense and figure it out and come out in the second half and try to do it all over again.
Kendall, offensively, we've tried a couple of deep shots, but we've got one receiver in a route, and then we've thrown into double coverage one time, and then one time just a bad ball by Aiden. He threw it to the wrong spot in the field, trying to get White down the sideline. Other than that, just some quick hitters. But they've done an outstanding job of, like Kurt said, walking those safeties up close to the line of scrimmage. They're doing it late, and then by the time we recognize it, the play's already been blown up.
Yeah, I mean, you take the 79-yard touchdown run by Saunders out of the picture, and our offense has pretty much been, non-existent, for lack of a better term. We haven't been able to do anything between the tackles. You alluded to it earlier. The 3-man front is single-handedly beating us up front. Even when we try to bump it outside, Kirk was talking about their outside linebackers being able to converge, and their safety is really aggressive. But, they're just running man coverage, and they're just telling us, hey, you're going to have to beat us in the passing game because they're taking everything between the tackles away. And hopefully through film throughout the first half, we're able to make some type of adjustment. But we got to take a little bit of pressure off of our defense because turning the ball over, and then we had 4 straight punts in a row giving the ball back to Chester County. It's placing way too much strain on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, I mean, another thing too is physically, they're better built than we are, and that's going to be that way all year. I mean, we don't have. You got Johnson, who made that real good stop there, that quarterback sack, to end the half, but he matches up, with their offensive guys. Rest of that, we're smaller. We're smaller at linebacker than their linebackers, and I mean, it's just physically, you have to play above yourself to be able to compete against these teams who are just physically superior. I mean, 6'4", 300 is usually going to win a blocking battle with somebody that's 5'10", 200. I mean, that's kind of what you get into, and so you have to kind of come up with gimmicks and ways to get around that in a ball game. And sometimes that line of scrimmage, you can't win it, and it makes it hard on you.
Well, one way to pull them out is that, maybe putting 5 in passing formation, spread them out a little bit more, let Aiden use his legs if it's not there, use the middle of the field more. We hadn't gone over the middle. You've talked about it several times, how they've just given up, their safeties and emptying at that spot.
Yeah,
and, we just haven't been able to find it.
Well, and we've tried throwing that bomb 9 route down the sideline twice. Neither time they've intercepted it both times. Where I really do think Wyke has the ability to, put a post move in there when their safeties are not, dropping deep, and get him 1-on-1 on the inside of the defender. And because that throw that we made downfield, both those throws were to the inside of our receiver on the sideline, and he really couldn't get through the defender to get to the ball. But you running those slants and posts across the middle, you're always underneath the and gives you a better chance to catch football. So a lot of things that they can try to do, and come up with, but you're going to have to play smarter, more fundamental, and more motivated to beat teams that are physically better than you.
Our Sports Saturday starts in the morning at 8 a.m. with Coach to Coach, Doug Matthews and Dave McGinnis. will kick things off for us on 93.5 FM. They'll break down SEC football, take a deep dive into Tennessee and Arkansas coming up at 4:30 on 93.5 FM. But following those guys, me, Kirk, and Kendall, I'll be along with Coach Alex Seaton. We'll talk about tonight's game, what's ahead next week as we head to Haywood County for a non-district matchup over in Brownsville. We'll talk about that, as well as give our perspective on Tennessee and Arkansas. That's all coming up on your Sports Saturday starting in the morning at 8 a.m. We'll have the Tiger Report. You're listening to the Central Bank Halftime Show right here from Jim Carroll Stadium. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. The Eagle Band just performed for the home crowd. Now the Pride is out on the field to perform here at Pink Out at Jim Carroll Stadium. But now it's time for the Tiger Report. Caroline McGowan joins us as she's been out for a couple of weeks. Was it a couple of weeks or just a week?
I think
I don't
it's
know.
just a week.
Just
It's
a week.
yeah.
But welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, take it away.
On Tuesday, the cross-country teams traveled to Obion County to compete in the Best of the West Cross Country Invitational. Lauren Carpenter led the ladies with a 22nd place finish. The boys were led by Caleb Brown with a 32nd place finish and Draven Bridges with a 34th place finish. The boys team placed 5th out of 14 schools. The cross-country team will be competing at home next Tuesday at Horse Creek Wildlife Preserve at 4:30. The girls' soccer team will begin district tournament play on Monday the 7th in Lexington. The volleyball team will host district matches starting October 7th. Come out and support the Lady Tigers Monday night at 7:30 in district play against Chester County. Fall sports are right around the corner at HCHS. The bowling team will have their first match on Monday, October 21st. Basketball will tip off on November 19th. The first home basketball game of the year will be on November 22nd. Next Friday night, the Tiger football team will travel to Haywood County. If you can't make it out to Brownsville, tune in right here on K93 and be sure to stick around for the Tiger Halftime Report. I'm Caroline McGowan, hoping you have a wonderful weekend.
Outstanding job. Glad you're back.
Thank you.
Enjoying the game from down on field level.
I am. I love being on the sidelines.
Yeah, it's been a tough night so far. But I think we're going to come back coming.
Yeah, I think it's going to go up from here.
Yeah, a lot of momentum at the end of the half.
I agree.
All right, great job, Caroline. Appreciate you coming up. And you can hear Caroline or Maddie as we go through the rest of the season, as someone will be in Haywood County next week. Let's take a time out. You're listening to the Central Bank Halftime Show right here from Jim Carroll Stadium. We'll be back after this. Hey, take a couple minutes. I need to take a break, all right? There ain't no way we're going to.
How did you know that's in my brain? Yeah, well, that's fair. I was having to think really hard before I spoke.
The Pride is out on the field performing for the home crowd. 21-7 our score here at halftime as the Tigers got a score, 79-yard run by Jacob Saunders to end the first half, and a sack by Johnson killed any momentum or drive that Chester County might have. So some momentum going into halftime. The Tigers are working their way back out on the field. Chester County will have the ball to start the third quarter. So stay tuned for the third quarter kickoff right here at Jim Carroll Stadium. Pink out night in the jungle. You're listening to Hardin County Football on 93.5 FM. Back after this. Welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson and Christian Kirk on the camera tonight. Appreciate Christian stepping in for Brett tonight and doing an outstanding job, I'm sure. I'll watch it later and break down the film. But the Eagles are on top 21-7. As we're just about a minute and a half away from the second half kick. So Chester County gets the ball. Tigers are going on defense. Defensively, Kurt, what do you think the message was, or any kind of adjustments that you see that they can make to help stop this running game?
Well, other than that last quarterback run, I thought the defense had played a little better in the, late in the second quarter. So I don't know that they need to do anything. I know losing our safety is put a hardship because we really don't have a whole lot of depth. And most of the depth is younger and inexperienced. So, I mean, and you had a senior playing, at safety, and I don't know what his injury was, but
I did see him going off on crutches earlier. It looked like an ankle.
Yeah, and so I don't expect to see him. So, and you're putting more inexperienced people in the game, but that's how that's part of the game, and can't do anything but help the one that's in there playing for his future. So, I don't know that they'll do anything different. It's just they're losing one-on-one battles, and I mean, if you're a lineman, you got to get off a block, and you can't let them push you off your spots. But when you're overmatched physically, you got to have something to combat that with, and that is either you got to be so fundamentally sound that you can beat that superior athlete, or you got to be a lot smarter and out playing with your mind. But you got to find something within yourself that gives you an equalizer to play against better talent. And these guys are younger and with less experience, and I think they're still trying to find what makes them special.
Kendall, offensively, you take the lid off and try to chunk it around.
I mean, I think you have to. We talked about it at halftime a little bit off there. You got to make them respect the throwing game, or else they're just going to stay in this this man defense and just bring the house and load the box when it comes to us trying to run the ball between the tackles. So we've got a lot of ground to make up in this second half, and I think you really don't have any other option, but you got to throw some different things at the defense.
Well, the Tigers will kick it off to the Eagles here in the third quarter, as Ketsa will set it down at the 40. Back deep is Welch, along with Barham and Edgiston in the middle. So Ketsa will set it down. He'll be kicking from the south to the north end zone. As we get set for the second half of play. Here's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 12. He's at the 20-25, runs into a wall, and he's going to be knocked down. That was a nice play there by everybody. That was Aiden Cohen, actually.
Yeah, everybody
on the tackle.
They played that right. And I mean, they kept their lanes. He didn't really have anywhere to go, and then they closed in on him.
That was Edgiston, and he comes up limping. And they'll have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line to start here in the third quarter. They've done most of their damage on the ground. 3 rushing touchdowns, one of 81, one of 33, and then a 1-yard run.
That's right.
So Burks will bring them out. He'll come out with Baum at tailback. He's got a couple of touchdowns tonight. They'll go in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left, 1 here near side. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Baum, left side. Breaks the line of scrimmage, goes across the 30 to about the 32. Looked like we had somebody in the backfield right there at the point of contact, and he just kind of slipped right by him and picked up about 7 on the play. Second down, 2nd and 3. They'll spot it out at the 33.
Run to the football.
Now Burks will send a receiver right, receiver left. Man in motion. They'll fake it to him. Burks will keep it up the middle of the field. Breaks through the line of scrimmage. He has it at the 40. He's at the 50. He's turning on the Jets now at the 40. And he's going to outrun everybody down the sideline. And it's going to be an Eagle touchdown.
A lot of that comes down to your linebacker getting lost in the traffic, and he didn't have much of a hole. But when he squirted through, I noticed that our linebacker had overrun the play, and once he overran it, that quarterback slipped it behind him, and then it was going to be up to the safety to make a play, and they couldn't catch it.
So Phillips will come in to kick. Here's a snap. It's up, and it's good. 11:02 to go here in the third, and the Eagles strike first here in the third. 28-7 our score. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football We'll be back in 30 seconds. So Burt's takes it to the house, and the Eagles go up 28-7. So they get that touchdown back that we got to end the first half.
Yeah, they got it quickly, and that was not what you wanted to. Team didn't want that coming out of the locker room.
Well, that's the thing. We haven't been good coming out in the second half, and we've started it.
Well, they need to prove themselves they can come out in this second half and play ball, and that kind of start doesn't ever help.
Phillips hits it, and he'll boot it in and out of the end zone. So the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 from the 20.
First down, 1st and 10. Coleman brings them out. Saunders in at tailback. He'll send a couple of receivers to his right, one here to the near side. They're going from the south to the north. Three-man front for the Eagles. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders, right side, looking for something, and they're going to hit him right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Saunders on the carry. Stop at the line by
So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 10.
2nd down. 10 to go.
Well, it's been an absolute perfect night to play. I know that. Weather's just right.
2nd down, 2nd and 10. Coleman brings them to the line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Here's a snap. Coleman hands it off. Has running room going down the sideline. That Saunders turns it on and then runs out of bounds. That'll be enough for a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10. They'll run him out of bounds at the 40. That time they got him on the short side of the field, had a better angle.
Yeah, that corner was running. I mean, he was running 10 yards in front of him. Had a 10-yard angle to get ahead of him, make sure he didn't zip by him.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 at the 40, the Tigers 40. Coleman in the shotgun. Here's a snap. They'll try Saunders again. This time he's going to be driven back about a yard, and the end on this side, he didn't move a muscle. He made Jacob make his move, and then he knocked him down for about a yard loss. Back to the 39. Two receivers left, 2 to the right.
That's a good example. That play that outside linebacker just made, we haven't made.
Here's a snap. Coleman's going to keep it right up the middle. Has a little bit of running room. Goes across the 45. Spinning off tackles at the 50. Now he breaks out of the pack. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. 5. Touchdown, Aiden Coleman.
What a run.
Good job. There's one of our own.
He broke some tackles, got in the spin cycle, and took it to the house.
Showed good speed once he broke. Heck, what did he break? 4 tackles? Something like that.
Yeah, he brought the football over to the sideline with him. Give us that football back. So nice run by Coleman and showed some speed once he got into open grass. And the Tigers cut back into the lead, 28-13. We'll kick it. Here's a snap. The kick is up, and the kick this time is no good. That's the first one he's missed all year long. 9:31 to go here in the third. 28-13, our new score. Chester County on top. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 4 plays, and Aiden Coleman runs it in from 61 yards out, but a failed extra point. But we still cut into Chester County's lead, as Chester County now leads 28-13.
So 2 big runs by the Tigers, one by Saunders and now Aiden Coleman.
I mean, he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he actually ran through about 4 guys on that play to get out in the open, and when he did, he outran the rest.
So Ketsa will line it down at the 40. Here's a low line drive. It's going to be taken at the 15. Moving to his left, and he's going to be run down by Hunter Adams and knocked down at the 22. Tried to stretch it out toward their sideline, and Adams came up and made the tackle at the 24. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10, Chester County at their own 24-yard line with 9:24 to go here in the third. 28-13 are scored. The Eagles on top.
I don't think we've made them punt yet, have we? This would be a good time to make them have to punt and put another one. Doesn't look like it's going to be a game of many sustained drives. I think it's going to be a game of 60, 70, 80-yard run.
So Burks will bring them out. 2 receivers right, 1 to the far side. Barham right behind him. Now man in motion right, and a whistle.
Delay a game.
Well, that's quick, wasn't it?
It was quick.
I bet it was 30 seconds.
So that'll mark them back inside the 20 to the 19. So it'll be first down, 1st and 15 now from the 19. Same formation. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Barham. He's going to be hit in the backfield and knocked down.
That's a run blitz there, but who is that, 23?
That's Murphy on the tackle.
Yeah.
London Murphy.
Good play, split the gap, came in, made tackle in backfield.
They'll knock him back at the original, I guess it looks, right around the 19.
That may be one of the adjustments they made at half.
So it'll be second down, 2nd and 15, no gain on the play. Receiver left, 2 here to the near side. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Barham again. Runs into a pile of Tigers, pushes forward for a couple. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and about 11. Pick up a 4 on the carry by Barham. So Murphy again in on the tackle.
Another good sign.
So a big 3rd down play for the Tiger defense. 2 receivers right, 1 to the far side. Barham to the right of Burks. Here's a snap, looking right. Now he just dump it off to Barham. He's stumbling around, and he'll get across the 25, but no further. Well, they'll spot him about the 26.
Good job, defense.
So they'll have to punt it away. So a good defensive stance there by the Tiger defense, and they're going to force the Eagles to punt it away for the first time tonight, and Phillips will come out.
I have never seen a pass thrown like that in my 65 years. It looked like when your grandma was like throwing a ball of knitting across the room. I've never seen anything like it. Just like even
White
y'all
is
need
back
to see
at
that
his,
on film.
He's
at
back.
his 30.
He's anticipating it.
Here's a snap. Here comes some pressure, and it's blocked. And the Tigers are going to recover it at about the 12-yard line as Hunter Adams comes in through the middle and blocks the punt. And the Tigers are in business again at the 10-yard line of the Eagles. So maybe a little momentum going our way.
Well, I mean, that defense has played this whole series with a lot of giddy up in them.
So the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and goal from the Eagles' 10.
This is a must right here.
Absolute
must. This is one you gotta make it happen right here.
Receiver right, receiver left. Saunders the tailback. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders, trying to get outside. Has some running room, breaks it outside again. Now he'll cut it back at about the 6. Just ran out of room. He'll pick up about 4 as they'll knock him down at the 6-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6.
Got to stay on those blocks.
Yeah. That big long corner made the play out there. He just couldn't get him out of the way.
Now he'll send Ruddle right. White here to the near side. Here's a snap. Saunders right in the teeth of the defense, falls forward to about the 3.
Making ground.
That'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and goal from the 3. Coleman looking over to the sideline, a long look over there, waiting for a play. Now he'll send Ruddle right. White way over here to the near side. Saunders to the left. Tied in over here to the left is Johnson. Here's a snap. He's trying to follow Johnson, and he's going to be cut down at about the 1. So it'll be 4th down, 4th and goal from the 1. Tigers blocked the punt, got it at the 10-yard line. They've run it down to the 1.
Come on, offensive line.
Now they'll go I formation. Fullback is Johnson. Everybody crowded in the middle. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Big Johnson, just bulling his way in. And did he score? No signal yet. Touchdown, Hardin County. He just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And finally, the hands go up in the air, and the Tigers have made it a ball game here in the 3rd with 5:18 to go. They missed the last extra point. They're going to send Aketsa out. Ivy will hold. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick this time is good. Our new score, Chester County 28, Hardin County 20. You're listening to Hardin County football. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Powered by Jones Motor Company, the Tigers go 4 plays, 10 yards, and Tayshawn Johnson punches it in from 1 yard out. Cut into Chester County's lead. Chester County now leads 28-20.
So Ketso will kick it from his 40 back deep. It's Baum, Edgiston, and Welch. Got a trio right around the 10-yard line. Here's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken by Baum at the 10, 20, 25. Turns on some speed, breaking tackles, and then is tripped up by White at the 20 or 35. And they'll knock him down or spot him at the 38-yard line. So a good return, good kickoff, good return. And they'll have it 1st down, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. 28-20. Our score with 5:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Burtz brings them out. 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Baum, the tailback, to his left. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Baum, trying this outside. And he's just carrying Tigers, and now here comes a flag, and it is a hold as they make the preliminary signal to the white hat. It will be holding on the Eagles.
Come on, defense. Big stop right here.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 20. As they'll move it back to the 28-yard line.
You know, our special teams have been really good. I mean, they feel.
We move to the fourth quarter, 28-20 our score. Had a little bit of technical difficulty on our stream. Got it back going. Sorry about that. Modern technology. Here's a snap. Baum up the middle. Has some running room at the 40. Breaks a tackle. Runs over an official. Still breaking tackles at the 30. At the 25. Still on his feet at the 20. At the 15. Down to the 10-yard line. Just running through Tigers and officials.
That's about 5 players he broke tackles on that time.
Yep.
It
Just arm tackles.
just man on man. I mean,
He's a powerful runner. He's done it all night. He'll run through an arm tackle.
they were in good position too to make that play. And he just like ran out of their grasp.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 10. Burks brings them to the line. 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Tigers lining up on defense, 4-man front. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Baum, right side. Looking for a block. Has one at the 5, and I think he's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Chester County. So a big run by Baum. He'll go in from 10 yards out, and they go back up by 2 scores.
Yeah, just a big power play. Got outside, and we couldn't match them out there. They got us blocked. I don't think he got touched till about the 1-yard line.
So Phillips will attempt the extra point. Burton to hold. Here's a snap. There's a whistle. The kick is up and good, but we got offsides on the Tigers. So, they blew the whistle before the play actually went off. So they're looking over there to the sideline, but they'll have to re-kick it. He kept looking over there to the sideline to see if they wanted to decline it.
Yeah, they go for 2 down. That'll make us be 16 down. That's 2 scores and 2-point conversion.
So
if they make it.
Yeah, the Tigers lined up off sides on the extra point, and Chester County's coach calls everybody over, and he'll send his quarterback back out.
I'd run the same play they just scored on.
So Burton will come back out. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. They attempt the 2-point conversion. Ball on the tailback. They'll give it to him up the middle. He's hit and breaks that tackle and goes into the end zone for the conversion. So with 11:15 to go here in the game, the Eagles build their lead 36-20. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Pink out tonight here in the jungle. Tigers trail 36-20. Had some thunder in the third quarter, but the Eagles come marching back to start the fourth.
Yeah, we had it within 7.
8.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, we missed extra point, had it within a touchdown, and they matched us.
So Phillips will kick it off. He'll set it down at his 40. Back deep is White and Saunders. We hadn't had a chance to, well, we have run one back. Here's a high end-over-end kick. We may have a chance to run another one back, but White lets it go into the end zone about a half a yard deep. And we'll have it first down, 1st and 10 at our 20-yard line. I want to remind you in the morning, your Sports Saturday starts with Coach to Coach at 8 a.m., followed by Sports Talk. Me, Kirk, and Kendall. We'll have Coach Seaton. We'll talk about tonight's game, get you ready for next week. We'll be on the road in Haywood County. First down, 1st and 10 Tigers at the 20. Saunders goes in motion. They look at Way. Now they'll come back the other way to White, and he just drops the football.
Too slow.
Yep.
He was set up there for a second, but by the time he got the football to him, too late. But the tunnel was there for him to go through. Tunnel screen.
So the clock stops with 11:09 to go. Second down, 2nd and 10. Here's a snap. They give it to Saunders. He fumbles it. Coleman picks it up. He's going to be whacked down back at the 12. So this drive has been a comedy of errors so far after they scored. That's a couple of exchange problems there between Saunders and Coleman. So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd.
I couldn't see the snap. I don't know if the snap was low or.
Yeah, the snap was good. I don't. 3rd down, 3rd and 15. 2 receivers left. Now 3 receivers left. One here to the near side. They're going from the north to the south end zone. Scrimmaging over here on this right hash. 4-man front for the Eagles. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looking. Under pressure. Got a man open. That's Ruddle. He's got it at the 35, 40, and rolled down at the 41. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10 Tigers. Good pass, good catch.
That's what we've been calling on.
Yeah, right in the middle of the field.
Been there all night.
It's been there. Yeah, I mean that little post in the middle, there's just not going to be anybody there to make it happen. If that throw would have been just a little bit shorter, he might still be running.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 at our 41. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looking. Fires. Complete at the 48-yard line of the Eagles. As he hit Ruddle again, they're going to spot it right at the eye of the Tiger.
A little short, half a yard short.
So that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and about 1. Clock rolling, 9:32 to go. Tigers on the move.
Yeah, they got to move. I mean, it's 2 scores down, 9 minutes.
Now they'll go 3 receivers left, one here to the near side. Coleman looking over for the 4th time, and now he'll get ready. 3-man front for the Eagles. Here's a snap, straight drop, under pressure, fires. Complete to Saunders at the 45, still on his feet, knocked down about the 41-yard line, but that'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10 Tigers. Now the Tigers are moving through the air.
Good block downfield by Smith that opened him up for about another 4 yards.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 at the Eagle 41-yard line.
You know, when this offense,
8:43 to go.
or any offense, maybe, get a little stagnant, getting this hurry up and speeding it up. May be a way to get out of it.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. Coleman still looking over there. Now he'll move Saunders to his right. Here's a snap. Looking, he'll pull it down. Takes off, and he's going nowhere but out of bounds. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he's about a yard. Well, let's see where they spot him. They're going to go spot him back at the 43, so a loss of a couple. The only good thing about that, the clock stops with 8:16 to go here in the game. Tigers trail 36-20, but on the move. Second down. 2nd and 11. 2 receivers left, 2 here to the near side. 3-man front for the Eagles. Here's a snap. Straight drop, looking, stands in the pocket, got a man open, that's White. Completed to 25 at the 15, 10, push out of bounds around the 5-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal. It'll be a Hardin County Bank first down. 1st and goal from the 7.
Good play by Coleman. I mean, that he was under duress. Somebody whiffed at the line of scrimmage, and I mean he was fixing to get hit, and he took the hit and delivered the football. Good play by the quarterback.
So the Tigers back in business now at the 7-yard line of the Eagles.
We'll have to speed this process up.
Receiver left, receiver right. Here's a handoff, Saunders. He'll get to the 5. Second and goal from the 5, a pickup of a couple.
Can't run it at an unblocked defender. He stood there and waited on Saunders to get there.
Clock rolling, 7:43 to go. Tigers have 3 timeouts. Coleman looking over to the sideline, looking for a play. And now Chester County decides they want to take a timeout and talk about it. We'll take a timeout with them. 7:30 to go in the game. Tigers have it 2nd and goal from the 5. When we return, you're listening to Hardin County football right here on 90. Second down, 2nd and goal from the Eagle 5-yard line. The Eagles took a timeout to talk about it, settle their defense down, get everybody on the same page. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Fires into the end zone. He's got White. Did he score? No. They're going to mark him down at the 1-foot line. He caught it in the end zone. He knocked the pylon down. Oh, my gosh.
I couldn't tell where the ball was, though. Ball didn't touch the line. Doesn't matter where his feet are. It's kind of a hard angle.
Quit pulling for the officials.
Well,
Coleman under center and trying to drive his way to the goal line. No. Touchdown. Goodness gracious. It took a minute for the official to run in there. Everybody was looking at him.
Run. They just walked like they were going to the park.
They finally got in there and held their hands up. Touchdown, Aiden Coleman. Oh, my goodness. He had a long run from where he came in at on the other sideline over there. So the Tigers cut into the lead, and they'll go for 2.
They have to.
So 36-26 to score. Coleman trying to line everybody up, looking over to the sideline to get a play. They'll go 2 receivers to the right. Saunders to his right. All important 2-point conversion. Now Johnson goes in motion right. Here's a snap. Aiden going that way, fires to Johnson, gets into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good.
Good call.
6:49 to go here in the game, and the Tigers have cut it to a one score again, 36-28. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football on 93.5 FM.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 10 plays, 80 yards, and a 1-yard touchdown run from Aiden Coleman with a 2-point conversion that was good. Hardin County cuts into Chester County's lead 36-28.
We want to thank all of our listeners and sponsors for tonight's game. However it is you're listening to 93.5 FM on your radio dial, WKWXFM.com, on the World Wide Web or the mobile app, WKWX, or watching it live on our YouTube channel, Slice 93. We appreciate you tuning in on this Friday night. 36-28 to score. Aketsa will kick it off. They'll take it at the 19. Moves his way to the right. He's going to be hit and dropped right at the 25-yard line.
Good, another good kick, good pooch kick. They got down there. You hold a team on a pooch kick inside the 30, you've done a really good job, and that helps their cause going in here on this last series.
Now it's up to the Tiger defense to get this football back.
I know one thing, though. You got to be proud of the way they've stayed in this ball game. I mean, they could have easily folded.
Well, especially after that first drive, that big run. And
oh, yeah. Defense has been motivated. They played better. They've given up a lot of yardage, but they played harder and been in better positions than they were in the first half.
First down, 1st and 10. Burks brings them out. Baum, the tailback, to his left. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Baum, trying the right side. He's going to be caught from behind, dropped. That looks like Rodriguez. Rodriguez got him from behind.
He's the one that made the block, wasn't it? Didn't he get the?
That was Adams.
That was Adams.
Yeah. Pickup of about a yard on the play to the 26. 2nd down, 2nd and 9. Burks will send 2 receivers left, one to the far side. Baum to his left, 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Baum again. Breaks it to the middle of the field. Running over Tigers now. He breaks out of the pack. He's at the 50, still on his feet at the 45, and he's going to be knocked down at the 35-yard line.
He's a good runner. He's running through. When you're running through tackles, you're a good runner.
So the Tigers give up a big play there with 5:51 to go. They have it now. 1st down, 1st and 10 at the Tigers 35. Clock is not our friend now. The Eagles break the huddle. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the far side. Ball on the tailback to the right. Burks in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They'll give it to the tailback. He'll try the left side. He's going to be hit and knocked down. That's Rodriguez and Adams along. With Smith. That was Stewart on the carry. Pickup of about 3. 2nd down, 2nd and 7. The ball at the 32.
I imagine that run helped them get into 4-down territory, and that was the negative.
two receivers right, one here to the near side. Ball on the tailback to the left of Burks. Here's a high snap. It's on the ground. He'll just have to eat it. He'll lose back to the 39, and now the Tigers will take one of their timeouts.
Now's the time to use it.
So a big break there on the high snap. That'll bring up a 3rd and long. We'll take a quick timeout with them. You're listening to Hardin County Football on 93.5 FM. Back after this. (36-28) our score, 4:39 to go here in the game. The Eagles have it 3rd down, 3rd and 13 at their own 37-yard line. They'll go two receivers right and left. Burke in a shotgun formation. Here's a snap, straight drop. Look, he's going to run it, has running room at the 30. Still on his feet. He's going to be close to a 1st down, and the Tiger defense, coaching staff is just going crazy because they had a hold out here on the outside, but no call. He's short by about 2 yards. They'll knock him down at the 26. It'll be 4th down, 4th and about 2. 4th down, 4th and 2. Clock running. It'll be under 4 minutes when they snap this ball. They may let it run down and take a timeout. That looks like what they're going to do.
We need another bad snap.
So it looks like they're going to call a timeout as the Eagle offense is walking over there toward their coach. So they will call a timeout with 3:40 to go. Coming up at the end of the game, it'll be the Central Bank post-game show as we'll recap tonight's game and then get you set for next week as we'll head over to Haywood County next week. And then following that, we'll head to Crockett County. We'll head to Crockett County and then back at home, Jackson Southside.
Well, they put themselves in a hole there. Look, you're giving up that long run. Now, I mean, your ball game pretty much is coming down to this play.
So it'll be 4th down, 4th and 2. This is the ball game right here. 4th down, 4th and 2.
It's a short 2.
So Burke will bring them out. Two receivers right, one here to the near side. The Tigers dig in on defense. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Baum. He's going to be hit, and then he's going to have the 1st down. He got hit in the backfield, and then just took one of the Tiger defenders for about a yard ride, and that'll be enough for the 1st down. Well, they rode him all night long.
Yeah, I mean, he did a good job. He had a lot of momentum, hit him in the backfield, and we just didn't have enough men there to slow him down to get the 1st down.
So now the Eagles are taking their time in the huddle. 1st down, 1st and 10. The Tigers have a couple of timeouts left. Burks will send a receiver right, receiver left. Baum, the tailback. He'll stand right behind him in the pistol formation. Here's a snap. They'll hand it to Baum. Looking for running room. He'll go across a 20 and then be shoved backwards by a whole host of Tigers. They'll spot him at the 19. 2nd down, 2nd and 5.
That long run they made in this series,
Now they'll hustle up.
it really hurt us on our down.
Yeah. Shotgun formation. Burt claps his hand. Now he'll stand up and look over toward his coach. Barham in the pistol formation. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Barham again. Trying to get outside. He's got running room at the 15. Just can't get out there to him. Close to another first down.
It is.
Now they'll say it's first down. And that just may do it.
Yeah.
Gets it down to the 13-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go here in the game. Stay tuned for the Central Bank post-game show coming your way at the conclusion of tonight's game. Shotgun formation for the Eagles. First down, 1st and 10 from the Tiger 13. Here's a snap. They'll give it to the tailback, trying to get outside, has some running room. He's going to be knocked down. He goes out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. With 1:25. Well, it ain't stopping the clock. The clock's still rolling. It rolled about 4 or 5 seconds off. And it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and about 3. Clock stops, 1:23 to go here in the game. Couldn't get a turnover somehow or some way, could we?
Yeah, you can. Like I said, another one of those bad snaps. Everybody should be tackling the football right now.
Here's a snap. They'll give it to Baum. He's hitting the backfield and drove backwards this time. And now we'll call a timeout. He'll lose a couple of yards on that carry. Coach Seaton wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout with him. 1:18 to go here in the game. You're listening to Hardin County Football. We'll be back. Be sure to catch Hardin County basketball right here on 93.5 FM as they start their season on the 19th. And they'll be at home for their season opener at home, November the 22nd. You can catch Hardin County Hoops right here on your Hoops station, 93.5 FM. Here's a snap. Burt looking for some running room, driving toward the goal line. He's going to be close.
We never got to see it.
No, we were running around everywhere, and I think he's short. No indication. Clock stopped. And I guess we called a timeout.
Well, that's first down, isn't it?
I can't tell. Yeah, it is. So Burks took the snap. We were still trying to get lined up. He ran it to the 1-yard line, and that's enough for the first down. That'll do it for this game. Tigers followed hard. 36-28 is our score. 1:12 to go here in the game. Next week, we head over to Haywood County as we'll take on Haywood. We'll be on the air at 6:40. Kickoff time is at 7 p.m. You can catch the action right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, or the WKWX app from Brownsville, Tennessee.
You know, this is the best fight I've seen in them late in the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
being down. I mean, They never did quit playing. They got beat. Got run over by a guy that could run over them.
So now Burks will go under center. He'll take a knee, and that'll probably do it. He may have to snap it one more time. Tigers have no timeouts left. So the Tigers are going to fall 0-3 in the district. Chester County is going to move to 3-0, and we're going to fall to 1-5 on the season. And Chester County will be improve their record to 4-3.
I believe I'd have tried to score.
Be sure to
it's a one-score game.
Catch us in the morning at 8 a.m., starting with Coach to Coach, followed by Sports Talk at 9, and then Tennessee football at 4:30. They'll lead you up to the kickoff at 6:30. As the clock strikes 0, Chester County has come over here, and for the first time in quite some time, they defeat the Tigers 36-28. We'll take a timeout. Coming up, your Central Bank postgame show next. Welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium as the Tigers go down to defeat 36-28. They put up a great comeback effort in the second half, but just couldn't get it done. The Eagles get the win. Let's take a look at the scoring plays of tonight's game.
Well, Steve, coming out of half, Chester County got the ball, and they strike rather quickly. They go 2 plays, 75 yards, and the quarterback Burks takes it in from 68 yards out. That gives them the 28-7 lead. Hardin County then goes 4 plays, 80 yards, a 61-yard rushing touchdown by Aiden Coleman with a failed extra point. That cuts into Chester County's lead 28-13. And then after just 4 plays, Chester County is in punt formation, and Adams comes up with a huge block punt. And then Hardin County goes 4 plays, 10 yards, and Tayshawn Johnson rushes in from 1 yard out, and that cuts the lead to 28-20. Chester County goes quick 3-and-out punt back to Hardin County, and we return the favor before Chester County goes 4 plays, 64 yards, and a 10-yard rushing touchdown by Barham with a good 2-point conversion. That puts them up 36-20. Hardin County then goes 10 plays, capped off by a 1-yard touchdown by Aiden Coleman with a good 2-point conversion. That cuts the Chester County lead 36-28. And very methodically, Chester County goes 13 plays down the field before taking a knee to run out the clock. And Hardin County falls once again 36-28.
Yep, a lot of celebration on our field, and you can tell, like we've said before, Kurt, the program that we've had over the last 10 years or so, beating up on some of these teams, and they get a win, especially at our home stadium, and doing a lot of celebration.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of teams that have a lot of woes from playing us through the years, and I'm sure it makes them feel good. This team tonight, they showed more fight in this second half, and I was proud of the way they played against a team with superior talent. I mean, they had a running back that just ran through us. I mean, bottom line, we had guys on multiple plays that were there to make tackle, and he just was able to shuck them and run, and they were in position, and they also had a huge offensive and defensive line. So, I mean, we played really good, I thought, against the talent that we played against tonight, and didn't have any quit in them. I don't think they got down. The offense did enough to keep pushing the momentum, got it to a one-score game there at the end. And something they can build on. Sometimes losing never feels good, but sometimes you can learn how close you were and how much, if that effort's there, that you can do. So, like I said, a young, inexperienced team with a lot of new faces, learning a lot about themselves, and I think they learned a little something about themselves tonight.
I think Kirk summed it up pretty good with what he just stated, but you know, it's thus far throughout the year, I think it's been the tale of two halves. And you know, tonight during that first half, we were in a little bit of a lull, and we got a spark from Saunders there to end the second quarter. But you know, you think about the what ifs, and I'm sure they're going to think about the what ifs when they get in the locker room and throughout the weekend. And you know, you piece two of those halves together, and I think we can beat. I think we can be really close with it, just about anybody that we play. It's just the realization that, hey, we're never out of the game until that clock hits zero. And I also was proud of the way that we finished the game tonight. It's the most fight I think I've witnessed here. I mean, we wanted it, and we acted like we wanted it, and ultimately fall short. But there's a lot to learn from our play tonight.
Yeah, Kurt, when we took the top off in the second half, had to open it up a little bit, went to our passing game. And Coleman showed, we talked about he throws a good football, and he threw some good passes tonight, hit some kids in stride, in tight windows, and moved us down the field.
Yeah, I think they saw something there. I think they may have been limiting him to some degree because of his inexperience. But there's times you got to cut that leash and let him go. And he did some positive things tonight. Had a couple of really good runs, too, that he was able to pick up first down. He had a really pretty good game. And the bottom line in this game was tackling. And we were so often in a place to where we could shut them down on third down, and they were able to run through two or three guys and make a 40, 50, 60-yard run out of it. And they cannot keep giving up these explosive plays. And that's your linebackers and your secondary. They're going to have to learn how to make those tackles in space. And a lot of times they're there. It's just some of their technique is like when you go to tackle a guy, you don't want to leave your feet. You don't want to go down on your knees. And that's what was happening tonight. And that Barham boy, he had strong legs, and they would go down, and try to tackle him around the waist, and then they would lose their feet, and they had no drive, and he just pulled out of them. And so there's things like that they can work on. You can learn to be a better tackler, and but you play against these teams that's got good speed and really quick twitch muscles that can make those cuts on a dime. They're going to have to learn how to make those plays, or you're going to have more of these 60 and 70-yard plays. And you just cannot. That was tonight. I don't know, Kendall. You may be able to, but there was at least 6 or 7 plays that were over 60 yards.
Yeah, at least 40 yards.
Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about just, an explosive play, I believe, is 20 yards or more. And they had 6 or 7 that were 40 or more. So, I mean, you just can't give up those plays and expect to stay in a ball game. Although they were there at the end if they could have gotten one more stop.
Next week, we head over to a different type of animal. We go to Haywood, the Bobcats. They've been a power in 4A football for a while. Tough place to go play.
Yeah, it's a beautiful venue. You talk about talent. We're about to get a boatload of talent next week. I think I heard that there were 6 Division I players on their team that's been heavily recruited. So we got our work cut out for us. I think one thing that we got to get healthy. You hate coming out of a bye week, and then I saw Ivy come out, Pig came out, we lost Elif, Ruddle was kind of limping around. So hopefully we can get healthy and try to make some noise in Haywood next week.
All right, be sure to tune in in the morning. Your Sports Saturday starts at 8 a.m. with Coach to Coach, Doug Matthews, Dave McGinnis. They'll get you set for SEC play. And Tennessee and Arkansas, they'll take a deep dive in there. And then me, Kirk, and Kendall will be in at 9 with Sports Talk with Coach Alex Seaton. We'll talk about tonight's game and take a look at what's ahead for the Tigers next week as we go over to Haywood County. Thanks so much to our sponsors, our listeners, our viewers, and we appreciate you tuning in for Hardin County football. Tigers lose it 36-28. We'll be in Haywood County next Friday night. Kickoff time is at 7 p.m. So for Christian on the camera, Kurt, Kendall, I'm Steve Cornell saying so long, Tiger fans. See you in the morning at 9 a.m. for Sports Talk.